Hello, my wonderful, fantastic students. I'm not going to be here today, but I wanted you to check out this video to remind you about a couple things that I taught yesterday, and also to remind you about a couple of things that you could do today when you are finished. Remember that to color in large areas, you're going to use this tool right here, which is your paint bucket tool. You click on here, go in here, select color. This guy's a slug, so I'm going to make him a nice sluggy green color for now. Pick one that you like, and you hit OK, and you can color in large areas very quickly with that. Okay. Now, remember when you adjust your paint bucket, the opacity up here, you want to keep it for this project pretty much set to 100. The tolerance is going to determine how much of the color it gets replaced. So if there's different shades and stuff, it will replace more or less with the tolerance. And also this anti-alias and contiguous should both be checked. Now, don't forget that you can also go ahead and use your brush tool to add things like shadows. You should add some, shading to this guy so it's not all one flat color. So I'm going to click on my brush tool. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to keep it the same thing, but I'm going to darken this up just a little bit. That looks pretty good. And don't forget, there's a couple different ways to do this. Now, I can go and zoom in, and I can just go and click my brush and go for broke and start shading this way if I feel comfortable doing that. A lot of you do not feel comfortable doing that, or you want your lines to be a little more tapered, in which case if you do one of the selection tools you'll get a little more control. So if I want a freeform selection, I'm going to go up here. This is my lasso tool. I'll zoom in even a little more, or even a little more. I'm going to select that lasso tool right there, and I'm going to go and trace this area. I'm going to get this nice sort of free form here. Okay, switch back to my bucket tool and fill in that whole area at once. Okay, now remember, for things like selection tools, you have to turn them off by clicking on the lasso and selecting that again. Okay, now also, so I've got this little bit of area here. I could probably go in and with adjusting my, adjusting my bucket tool and zooming in and those kinds of things, I can get all these little areas that I've missed. Okay, so just a quick review. Paint bucket fills in large areas. Smaller areas you can use the brush or you can use your selection. Now here's the problem, and this is what I didn't go over with you guys today. Let's pretend you did this yesterday and you closed this file and you open it back up and you say, oh man, I had these colors and they were awesome, but I can't remember what colors I used. There's a tool that lets you use those colors too, and that's the dropper tool. Some of you guys might remember it from the beginning of the year. This tool right here, the eyedropper, if you click this and you click around, you'll see that as I click around, well, there's not too many colors to choose from, but as I click around, you'll see this box right here changes. So if you need to sample this exact color, use that dropper tool, and then when you go and continue painting, you're using the exact same color that you used before. So this is the first video of two. The second video that I want to show you guys has to do with how you take this and you put it into a Microsoft Word document. In order to do that, you're going to need to save this as a JPEG. So when you're finished, you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Save As, and save it in your usual area, but instead of saving it as a Photoshop document, go down here and save it as a JPEG. Okay, you can keep whatever quality you want, standard. These are all good settings. Hit OK, and now this file will be saved as a JPEG in there. Okay, so I will show you guys in the next video how to get this to open up in Microsoft Word and how to write a small biography.